Hi everyone, it's Hayes. I just wanted to make a quick video talking about Alya and what her new role might be going forward in the show. So I already did a video that was talking about how Marinette's and Alya's relationship together might change, but not so much about like Alya's role in the show. So a lot of you left comments under that video and I've kind of collated it all together with my own thoughts. So we're gonna quickly talk about it now. So I think overall, Alya, before anyway, Alya was one of the central characters in the show. If you look on the cast list, it splits it up between main characters, recurring characters, and then background characters. So the main characters are Adrian, Marinette, Tiki, Clark, Hawkmoth, and Alya, and I think maybe Chloe's usually included on that list. The rest of Marinette's class and everyone's parents and like Natalie and stuff, they're all listed as recurring characters, and then characters like Mr. Pigeon and Mr. Banana, people like that, they're usually the background characters who sometimes get lines. So Alya is still going to be a main character, but her importance is just going to be boosted through the roof, and her and Marinette's relationship, their friendship, they're just going to grow so much closer together, and I'm excited for it. But one thing I think Alya's going to be doing is helping Marinette with the grimoire. So as we saw at the start of Lies this season, Marinette was looking on her computer and she was trying to figure something out from the grimoire, and Tiki was trying to help her, but they weren't really sure what they were doing, to be honest. Now, as we all know, in episode 6, Furious Fu, we have the new protection charms, and apparently we are supposed to get them in episode 4. That's when we see them for the first time. So I am assuming that Alya is going to help Marinette figuring that out, and then Marinette is going to give a charm to Alya. So we don't actually have a proper explanation for what the charms do, but I am assuming the charm is going to protect Alya from being akumatized again, so she won't tell people Ladybug's identity. And someone made an interesting point under the comments from the video the other day about how Marinette definitely made the right choice, because Bunnix didn't come from the future to rewind time and get Marinette not to do that and change events. So Marinette obviously made the right choice, so hopefully the charm is going to help with ensuring that's secrets. However, what happens if you lose the charm? What happens if you don't have it on you? So like I said, I don't know really what the charm does because it hasn't been explained properly yet. Hopefully whenever episode 4 comes out we'll get to see it. But yeah, I'm just wondering what will happen if she loses the charm, but it seemed quite obvious to me now that Marinette really did make the right choice because Bunnix didn't come from the future to stop her, essentially. So in addition to helping Marinette figure out things from the grimoire to give them new abilities like the charm, they've already got all the power-ups, so Alya won't be needed for that. But maybe she could do other things. So Alya, at her core, is a journalist. She likes to investigate and find things out. And as we all know, Ladybug and Chat Noir have been very close to actually working out who Hawkmoth is at the season 2 opener with the Collector. They suspected it was Gabriel Agreste, but because he got akumatized they were like, oh, of course not, it's not him. So I feel that Marinette could maybe be sending Alya out to try and look for leads to who Hawkmoth is, because since that season 2 opener they really haven't got any closer to working out who it is. So I think Alya could maybe be useful in like a investigating sense. I'm not sure what the right word was there, but do you know what I mean? Like, she could be using her journalistic skills to try and get some clues about who Hawkmoth is, so we can get one step closer to solving this mess, and also maybe working out Chat Noir's identity at the same time. So as a result, I feel like we will get more Alya screen time, but maybe less Rena Rouge screen time, because Marinette is sending Alya out to do these things. And I think at first there maybe could be a bit of conflict, where a bit like with Chloe and Ladybug, where Chloe was like, I want to be Queen Bee, let me in on this fight. Maybe Alya could be the same at some point, just like, I know your identity, you know my identity, give me the Miraculous so I can help you more. But Marinette's gonna be like, no, I'm Ladybug, I know best. I think there could be a bit of conflict, but at the end of the day, Alya trusts Ladybug and also trusts Marinette with her life pretty much unconditionally, it seems. She trusts her a lot, so I think Alya in the long run would be okay with it. If there is a bit of conflict, I think it would last for only one episode. It wouldn't be something long term that goes on. However, someone raised a really interesting point about how it may affect Alya and Nino's relationship. We've already seen how being Ladybug affected Marinette and Luca's relationship, as well as Marinette and all of her friends, and also how being Chat Noir affected Adrien and Kagami's relationship, but in my opinion it was for the best anyway. But I didn't consider how much this may affect Alya and Nino's relationship. But in my opinion, I think it'll be fine, because Nino and Alya know they are Rena Rouge and Carapace. So if Nino's wondering what's going on with Alya and why she's doing all these extra things and maybe why they can't hang out as much together or go on dates, you know, I think Alya could just be like, you know, I'm Rena Rouge, I'm working with Ladybug. I feel like their relationship will be okay. The final thing I want to talk about in relation to Alya's new role is going to be where Lila is concerned. Marinette is going to be able to so easily disprove the majority of Lila's lies, because a lot of Lila's lies are about Ladybug and Marinette is Ladybug, so she can obviously really easily disprove them. So Alya is, first of all, probably gonna have to do some apologising, but she's definitely gonna be on Marinette's side. And whilst I'm here for it, because Marinette, she needs all the support she can get this season, I'm worried about the love square. Of course I am a love square stan, as we all know. The love square is what I watch this show for. Also some of the plot, but mainly the love square between Adrien, Marinette, Ladybug and Chat Noir. That is what I am here for. So whilst Alya being on Marinette's side is great, previously, even though I didn't like the fact everyone believed Lila's lies, I did like it from the perspective that Marinette and Adrien were kind of in it together on their own and they could have grown closer through that. So since Alya's going to be there, that probably won't happen. However, if Alya starts telling everyone that Lila is lying, I feel the class perceive Alya to be someone really trustworthy. So if they see Alya is going to Adrien and Marinette's side, the rest of the class will also pull away from Lila, which could make Lila really resentful, and it could really feed into her like scheme against Marinette that she's working out with Gabriel, but also could lead to her being Hawkmoth in the future. So that was all pretty much speculating. I have no idea what Alya's new role will actually be in the show, but I think it's going to be really interesting with her maybe using her journalistic know-how and also the implications it's going to have on the situation with Lila and how it's going to affect Adrien and Marinette's relationship going forward. Because, you know, as lonely and as unsupported Marinette was in that situation, at least she has Adrien, but that's not the case anymore. But yeah, let me know what you think about Alya's new role will be, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!